Good morning, good afternoon, whenever you watch it. Um, so I am coming with my February empties, and I'm right on my schedule. It's March 3rd, so I have a lot of candles next to me, a lot of jars. I'm just gonna dive into it. So I have some things on the floor that I'm gonna grab first, and they are 2 fragrance beads of Sunset Fields. I'm not a fan of beads. Let's just move on. I don't smell them or anything, but whatever. Next on the floor, it's not even on. I have 2 milk cups of sparkling cinnamon spice. They're American Home. These were on sale during semi-annual sale, so just pick those up and use those. Next, I have a 2-wick tumbler of the Pine and Cranberry. This is an outlet fragrance that we get around Christmas time. And the sooting, as you can tell, there were some sooting issues. But it was a very clean burn until about here, about almost a little bit past the halfway point. And then that's when it started getting its sooting issues. But it was a very nice clean burn up until then. And highly recommend, because you get the sweetness of the cranberry, but it's also, you have like the pine scent, so it mellows nicely. I don't know how to word it, but it's a good scent. If you're not a huge pine person, you don't like the full-on pine scent, highly recommend. My mom made me buy some, and well, that's what I came home with. Next, I have a 3-wick here, because in this cute little box, I always keep the boxes to show you guys. And this one is Impatience, which is sea glass. So it's just a 3-wick jar. It says Patience on it, and it's blue. It actually is an ombre look. At first, when the candles start burning, I noticed here was lighter, and I thought it was just because of the wax. Like, you could see like where the candle was going down, so it made it look ombre. And the glass is actually ombre. And the holder in there, yeah, standard 3-wick. Not very strong, but you know, it wasn't a terrible fragrance. Next, I have another one of them, but in strength, which is Cherry Blossom. The last time I burnt, my mom likes Cherry Blossom, so my mom picked all these out. Standard 3-wick stuff again. My mom loves Cherry Blossom, so I decided to burn it in the kitchen for her, trying to get some of those more springy, summery scents going on. Even though in lovely New York, we're supposed to get, I've heard 6 to 8 inches today, but you know, we're gonna think warmer thoughts, because hopefully that's coming. The Cherry Blossom, last time my mom burned it, it was so strong. Like, I literally was like, blow that out. Like, you need to burn that while I'm at work. Like, my head was pounding. And this time, it was like just like the right amount, whereas like I smelt it, but I wasn't like, oh my god, Mom, you picked the worst yet. So me and my mom survived with that one. Usually me and my mom do not survive each other's candles. Next, I finished a plug-in refill from Bath and Body Works, and this is Pumpkin Apple. You know, standard apple pumpkin stuff. Next, I finished a plug-in from Yankee, and this is Good Air in the Fresh. That's the green one, and it's the best one, hands down. I always say if I wanted the clean one, I would go get clean cotton, because that's what it smells like to me. Things are falling. Next, I finished 2 jars in 2 wicks in Winter Wonder, and this is like a champagne-y scent. I don't know how to word it. And this I started burning in January, but where it was located, because I have them like on either side of the TV. When my dad watches TV, if the candles are lit, he like freaks out. He's like, blow those out. So these are really only lit if I'm if nobody's watching TV or if I'm watching TV. So there's some days where they weren't lit, so that's why it took so long to get through those. But other than that, it was an okay fragrance. Probably wouldn't get it again if it came back on the store, but if you like those like champagne mildy scents, I say 100% go for it and give it a try. Next I have another one of those 3 wicks. This is one I picked out because I actually pick good fragrances. And this one's in Balance, and it's called Sugared Vanilla. And this one was actually really, really good. This one, if we got this back in store again, I would 100% buy it. This one, out of all of them, did have the sooting issue. As you can see, this one did soot. The other ones didn't. I did notice that white wax candles seem to soot a little bit more for some reason. Maybe it's just more noticeable. I don't know. But my white candles I never seem to have luck with. But I always seem to gravitate more towards those lighter fragrances, like whiter wax fragrances. So, whatever. I have a lot of milk cups, I just noticed. Well, that's good, because I didn't go through that much. I have a medium jar of Home Sweet Home, which is my all-time favorite fragrance. And as you can see, it burnt perfect, because it's perfect. Next, I have 2 milk cups of Santa Street, and these are American Home ones also. Very similar to Christmas Cookie, if not better than Christmas Cookie. Very similar though. So if you go to the outlet and they don't have Christmas Cookie, ask if they have holiday treats or Santa Treats. Santa Street is the milk cup one, but in the candle they'll either have Santa Street or holiday treats, and they're dupes. Well, to me they're dupes. Some people know the difference. I think I have several of these. Yeah. Oh god. Well, so far all I found is 5. And that is more of the sparkling cinnamon spice that I showed you earlier. Let's see. I have 3 of the sugar-coated cinnamon. This is absolutely amazing. It's so good. Like, it has like a really nice spice scent to it, but it also has that like sugary sweetness to it. I don't know how to explain it. It's just go to an outlet and smell it. Next, I have a milk cup in Christmas Eve. That was just because I found it and wanted to get rid of it. Next, I have another one of Sweet Sugar and Spice, which is the American Home version of Sugar and Spice, and it is pretty much the exact. So when you go to the outlet, you can usually find some dupes for your favorite fragrances, so always talk to your people. Next, I have some tea lights and candy corn. I have a lighter because, you know, why not? Another box of tea lights and candy corn. I have a medium jar of kitchen spice, which also burnt perfectly. Very room spray in sugared cinnamon apple. I do have to say, when I first saw that this fragrance was coming out in the fall, I was like, oh my god, that's everything I need in life. And now the more I smell it, the more I'm like, did they really like ace this? Like, I think they could have done slightly bit better on this, but whatever. I'm gonna buy it because I like it, but it's not something you know, if my store didn't have it, I'm not going to a retail store. I'm not going to buy it, but whatever. I have a milk cup in Delicious Cranberry, which is one of my favorites. It's like cranberry chutney, as I said. There's always a dupe for something at the outlet. I have another medium jar of Home Sweet Home, and this one did not perform fantastically. There's like residue. Alright, so the residue I see here could have been from when after it finished, I tilted it on accident or it fell in the bag. It probably didn't cool completely, but you can even tell like it didn't like pull out completely for the last couple of burns, but it's okay. It's still my favorite. I have another one of kitchen spice. I go through a lot of spice candles because they're the best. I think I have two of these. Yes, I do. I have two large pillars of Mountain Lodge. Those I burnt with the Home Sweet Home and the kitchen spice, which was very nice because you get this nice like manly scent from Mountain Lodge, and then you get these like spicy scents. It's kind of like an allspice scent, I guess you could say. And it smelled good in my house. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, this one I'm leaving for last. There's a candle in here I need to explain, guys. It's gonna take a while. Next, I finished a regular Yankee 3-wick, and this is Home for Christmas. This one, my mom. Oh God, did you hear my voice? I'm sorry. Whew. This one my mom picked out, and this one actually surprised me. All through holiday season, like whenever people would make me smell, I'm like, oh God, this is disgusting. And once you burn it, it has like a fruity note into it. It is so good. Like my mom aced this. Way to go, Mom. You showed me a new holiday fragrance. We're burning next year. Possibly. We'll see what they come out with. This candle, guys, has a lot of explanation. As you can tell, it had some sooting issues. It had a lot of sooting issues. It also heated too much. The label is coming off. The label on the jar is Sunkissed Leaves. That's not the fragrance that was in here. This was packaged wrong. Being that I work at the outlet, I do get some things that have a label on it, and that's not the scent in the jar. This was a like bakery cake scent. This used to be white wax. It is no longer white. As you can also see, you cannot see me through the jar. Like it was interesting. The scent itself, when it was burning, was fabulous. It was like a very nice bakery, cakey, chocolatey, whatever scent. But whatever scent was in there was a bakery scent in there. I don't know what the actual scent was, but it was amazing. But the soot, you know, it was issues. It was issues. That's all I'm gonna say. It was issues. So for my tarts and votives, because we're just gonna ignore that whole situation now, we're gonna dive into these. What I did is, instead of keeping every single one, I kept one per fragrance. So we're just gonna go through them. I don't know how many of each I burnt, but just go with I change my tart every single day. And votives go in my milk cups. So wherever you wanna figure it out, I guess. Just gonna dive into it. So the first tart I did is Happy Easter. It's a good one. I have a votive in Deep Blue Sea. I have a tart in Sugar and Spice. Ooh, why do my finger like automatic? What? You ever do something and you're like, why did my body do that? I have tart in, oh God, in White Tea. This I'm actually currently burning. This I've had, that I bought a lot of, because tea fragrances are one of my other faves. I have buttercream in a tart. Wasn't a fan. I have hazelnut coffee in a tart. These I got from a retail store because they transferred them to us because somehow they still had hazelnut coffee tarts. And then I have a votive in Raspberry Sundae. And yes, it was that good. And then I also have tarts in Home Sweet Home. So that's everything. I think we did this very nice and organized this time. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Alright, well, I'll leave in the comments what you burnt for February. I would love to know. Or what other fragrances you love. And have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.